hello. Where's that from? No one will know. No one will know.
Oh, it's today Super Bowl Sunday.
I had no clue in my mind at all. So we'll have low viewership, I guess. Or not, because I don't care about the Super Bowl. I care about hanging out with my friends.
NFK20, am I the only one that could care less about the Super Bowl and I'm only 27?
Nope. I could care less. I used to watch college football. Here's the thing. I was a huge baseball fan growing up because I played baseball. I had the opportunity to take some scholarships to play ball. Jacked up my shoulder. That went away. Joined the Marine Corps. So I was a big baseball fan. The Braves in Atlanta. That was a huge thing in the 90s. Their Cinderella story. And I kind of lost interest in sports because of, Marines. And then when I got out, I watched college football for, I don't know, C-Dub, year and a half maybe? Couple years, and it's like super like psychotic about college football. And then we were sitting at an Indian restaurant, Dunwoody, I think. And I got my shirt on, my watch on, my glasses on. I'm watching the game on my phone. And C-Dub's looking at me like, you're worshiping like 19-year-old kids. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, but for people that like it, we're not.
It hit me like,
hey, good morning, Jimbo.
Man,
good morning,
I should
Andrea.
probably focus on my wife more. And then I just lost interest. Like, she didn't tell me you can't. I mean, I was like, season tickets. I went to the playoffs.
Semper Fi, 1st Battalion, 1st Marines from Patrick McCree.
1-1. Semper Fi, brother. So let's talk about that. Well, not that specifically. I know a guy whose son, I think he's 3-2, which I think is 3-2 the Warlords. Anyway, his kid is 3-2. And he got word that he was going to Israel, like Friday. What's up with that?
Honey, Thomas Maloney and Fish Ranch are on the live right now. They usually rewatch it later. They're usually on replay crew.
What in the world is happening?
What's happening? Why are y'all up so early?
They're getting ready for the Super Bowl because it's super. Like CW said, look, if you're a football fan, doesn't bother me. I mean, whatever you want to do. I do not care. I don't have any ill thought about you being a ginormous football fan. Everybody's got to like something. I just got too busy.
Trust Monkey gave a George Orwell quote. Football, beer, and above all, gambling filled up the horizon of their minds. To keep them in control was not difficult.
1984. Am I correct?
Howdy, Stuart.
No.
Stuart's been sending us
hate mail?
No, he's a Texan. He's sending us stuff to do in Texas.
I'm going to be a Texan for a week, I think. So that was a really cool story. If you guys don't know, we kept getting invites from like friends of ours in the community, like Taylor Martin and Captain Ricky. And I think those were the two guys that reached out. And then Melissa and Tomas, they're all like, hey, you guys should do Texas. And I'm like, well, we never had the ability to do Texas. Well, with the new facility, our incredible employees and staff, the ability to, we've really shortened our lead times. A lot of people get scared off by that 3 to 6 months thing. But right now it's looking more like 30 to 60 days, like max, because like even the DP1s, we're doing heat treat on those right now. And that release hasn't even happened yet. Same with the Nautilus. So we're still suffering from our old production style on stuff like the reverse Tontos and the AEBL Sappers. And I do have an update on BL Sappers. You guys want that? Anyway.
Morning. Hey, what is one of y'all's favorite movies from Darren Becker?
Oh, man. Do I have a favorite movie anymore? We just don't have time to watch movies.
You love all the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit.
Yeah, I watched the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit, and I used to be a fan of Anchorman because of the stupid one-liners, and just like every other girl, Suzanne's like, okay, whatever. But that wouldn't be a favorite.
Nick Martino, Dazed and Confused.
One of my favorite movies of all time is Field of Dreams. Still is. I love that movie. I'm sorry, like we talked about, baseball nerd. I just love that movie. I used to watch Mission Impossible.
Everybody comment their favorite movies since we're talking about movies.
Yeah, I mean, most of these you'll probably comment will be like stuff I've never heard of.
Sports GM from Germany. That's so
Yeah,
cool. People watch all around the world.
isn't it?
It's awesome.
We're really fortunate and blessed to have you guys as friends.
Tim's opinion on Pete Hegseth. I don't know who that is.
So he's a new, I think it's a sec def officially now. He's a Marine. Am I right? Or is the VP a Marine? No, he's a combat veteran. That's what I know.
Outlaw Josie Wales. Isn't that an old Western?
I think so. I don't know a whole lot about Hegseth. I know that he's doing away with the DEI in the military, which I think is freaking incredible. It looks like Trump put in a whole lot of Warhawks, if you guys know what I mean by that. Not the Henry County football team. That's where we went to school. But like people that are really big on, we're not playing any games and we'll just kind of blow you up if you act stupid, which I'm kind of a hit you in the mouth kind of guy. Rather than let's just talk about it, I'm usually like, oh, you know. But
oh, we love The Postman. My dad loves that movie.
That's a great movie too. Yeah. That's a good one.
Shawshank is also good. Gladiator.
From what I know of Hegseth, I think he's going to be really, really good to undo some of the touchy-feely, you're allowed to think whatever you want to think in your head and be in the military, which I always thought was insane because when I was in, screw your feelings. That was the main thing. Like, you signed up to be here for a purpose bigger than yourselves and to come together with these millions of other people with one mind.
Speaking of screw your feelings, a lot of people are loving the Be Less Dumb shirt.
Who knew it was going to be that cool? Some people had some issue with me being more dumb while playing with the cryo machine while wearing the Be Less Dumb shirt. But hey, that's what we do, right? For those of you that don't understand, we have the proper
who all wants Be Less Dumb shirts? Because I've been getting lots of emails about that. Yeah,
we were just going to do these for us, and then some of the people in the crew were out in town and getting looked at by people like, oh my gosh, so rude. And that shirt is kind of for those people that feel that way.
Casey Shelton got his, and he said, I got my BLD shirt.
Yeah, I love that, BLD.
Oh, that's cool, Cheryl.
What's cool? I want to know what's cool.
Named our oldest daughter Josie because of the movie The Outlaw Josie Wales.
We should watch it. Right?
I actually like some old Westerns.
Me too. My dad loved Westerns.
But to be fair, people do need to be less dumb. Yes.
It's true. Yes. I mean, this started in the shop where the guys would do something stupid like mislaser a blade or drop it on the tip and whatever, anything like that. And I'd be like, well, be less dumb. And that's me playing around, joking with people. And it just is our ubiquitous, like now we just pause and look at each other when something dumb happens. I go,
hey, can we get a BLD shirt for us at Blade, Texas?
I don't see why not, because our t-shirt guy is 5 miles away, and he's now Liberty Apparel, huge, like their outfit. Remember that, C-Dub? He was doing them in like a spare room in a house, and then it grew. He was a volunteer firefighter. No, full-time firefighter, still is. And made shirts for them. And then there was a building next to our Nickel Boron facility, which 5 miles away, and it came up for lease. And I call the number on there, and the guy's like, hey, blah, blah, blah. I'm also building another one. You should look at the building. And he's like, hey, do you do merchandise? I do a little bit of stuff here and there. And it just, now they do stuff for like major car companies and all kind of cool stuff. So
I was more dumb and sliced my thumb from Rich M.
And then we said, people kept like cutting themselves. And I said, we should make Band-Aids that say be less dumb on it. And I was like, light bulb. And then Jacob jumped on his phone with an app and said, I want this like edgy font. And he's like, what do you think about this? I was like, oh. And then it's become this monster. Now we got patches and we got Band-Aids. And I guess I got a hoodie. I made a hoodie for CW, and
thank you, Nick.
She burned it.
Have a great week. We had an awesome week.
Just kidding. I think it's awesome that our 9-year-old will wear her Be Less Dumb hoodie out in town, which is my favorite thing in the world. Like, that is awesome.
Congrats on the Haas, Tim. Really nice piece of equipment.
Thanks, man. So it's a Haas TM2P. It's got 4th axis. I was texting with Jeremy just a few minutes ago about some of the stuff, and look, I bought a Tormach like an idiot because Jeremy said, if you're serious about machine, and he worked somewhere else.
Do we have any more Be Less Dumb shirts that we can give away on a merch giveaway?
2
What size are they?
XL.
All right, we'll do
This
another
size.
XL.
This
We'll
size.
do an XL Less Dumb shirt.
I think we gotta have to make a ton of these for Blade Texas, right? Is there any option other than that?
The patches, are they on the website? Ryan Henley asked.
They are. And look, man, they went on the website Friday, I think, and I wanted them to add to an order, like boop, and man, yesterday I think 9 went. I was like, man, that's crazy. Cool thing is this patch maker will get them to us in like a 3-day turnaround. They're like, bam, done. So that's cool. But yeah. If you guys haven't heard the story, how many people are on right now?
278.
Okay, 278 people are going to hear the story whether or not they've heard it again. So I went to a local machine shop. I just looked one up. Walked in with the Raider and said, hey, I want to get these made because I was getting killed with orders. And they introduced me to a guy named Jeremy, and I don't know if it was the owner or the owner's son that I met with. Jeremy would probably remember. And he said,
You met with Jeremy. Jeremy's got a cool name.
Jeremy Slay. I mean, you got to be a blade maker.
Name is this blade guy you heard about the other day.
Yeah.
Y'all cannot believe what his name is.
We'll get into this.
So right? Can I say what his name is?
Not yet. Not yet. Because we got to circle back to that. So anyway, Jeremy handed me his card as I'm leaving. He's like, hey, if you're serious about it, you'll just see these blades yourself. It's going to be too expensive for us to do it at the detail you want. And I was like, oh, super display. I think the price that came back was like $45.
Hey, wait, let me tell them something, honey. If you win this and you're not an XL, we'll just give you a different merch pack. If you happen to be XL and you want the Be Less Dumb shirt, you can get the Be Less Dumb shirt. So no worries. We have bigger sizes, smaller sizes. Peach wants to know if you're making the camo high-vis orange stuff.
What, the grip, the sequence grip?
Mm-hmm.
We are. But 2 animals, I was texting with my buddy that works at Seekins. He's their marketing director and all that. And he said, I don't know if you told people you were doing it with us or what, but I've gotten a ton of emails. When are you doing the blade with T.Kell? So you guys are freaking awesome.
We love it that y'all go around being our army.
Yep. Yeah, it's like, that's our thing. Like, that's our army. You guys are our family. Me and C-Dub were talking about that on our walk this morning. That all these other, I'm not going to say all. This is just my 10,000 foot view, being a fan of our customers instead of a fan of my pocketbook. That it seems like the owners and the makers.
It was Fish Wrench.
What was?
He said I emailed Seekins.
There's been several people. He said several. Quote, several.
I love it.
Yeah.
Y'all don't even understand. Like, y'all out there commenting on videos and stuff. We hear back all the time.
All the time. From like Sig and everybody else. Like, man, you're people. I'm like, look, it's because we're a family. So C-Dub and I were talking about this, having like an emotional moment. Since we got back from Florida, we've decided to walk more because we were walking like 9-10 miles a day just because it's awesome. So I can walk for days and days and days and days. And I need to, right? Because my job has shifted more to like sitting at the desk and answering the phone and design this and fix that and like firefighter. So I'm not as active as I used to be. So anyway, we were talking about how
it seems will make you less dumb if you worked with them.
Yeah, like, I would.
He said, can you make me actually less dumb, or is it only the merch?
I think so. I think wearing the merch will be like a state of mind, and you'll think to yourself, like the "What Would Jesus Do" bracelets that were all the rage. You'll go,
I should be less dumb.
How can I today be less dumb?
Thank you, Mark.
You're welcome. Just wear the shirt, put the patch on. I don't know. Maybe we'll start a revolution, right?
Well, I just didn't even realize how much it makes a difference, because we've heard from big companies that they are getting the comments, and it's making a huge difference in all kind of ways.
Well, we talk about how it's never been a.
Oh no! Did she cut herself? Did you catch Melissa's live stream Friday? She needed a box of those Band-Aids. Oh no! I didn't catch it.
With our blade?
No, I'm sure it was some other blade.
Whoops! I hear our psycho animals in the shop going crazy over there, but.
Steven said get a tattoo. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, just add it right below yours. You can just start getting hash marks, like, like years of service. You just put it for your 4-year service. But it looks like a lot of the other makers in the industry are more interested in building their community with other makers and having their little chummy, let's drink together and talk about how awesome we are together. And that's really not my style or CW. So we're more interested in hanging out with you guys and building a community and a family with you guys. So that kind of alienates me in the industry where I don't know who they are. And that hurts.
And you can't say that. I mean, we don't know.
That's what I said. I'm not talking about everybody, but just there's like this overarching, they're all bestie buddies, and we're bestie buddies with you, with our people.
Hey, Jason LaChance, welcome.
Welcome.
Glad you found us.
So yeah, so we were just talking about that on our walk. I think, how far did we walk today? 3.5 miles this morning. But for us,
for the merch, remember you can choose something else if you're not an XL.
Right. This is an XL on a 2X body. So if you want to squeeze yourself in like a sausage, you can look just like me. So it's really important for us to be communal and
Aaron B.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Aaron,
morning, Roz.
with you guys. And I don't know. That's not every maker and every knife company. That's just how we do it because we make the blades so you'll like them. So we got to get feedback from you, and we make the live streams are for you guys, and we're open about our company. We're open about the knives and everything else, about what we do in our personal life too, because I don't know. That's just how we are as humans.
Hey, you want to show some blades?
I don't think so. I just want to talk about how awesome we are in the world. Is that a comment?
I'm sure people are excited to see some of the stuff we teased in the description.
Sorry. What? Anyway, sorry, that's our photographer. Anyway, you guys want to see some knives? What do you want to talk about? Let's look over here. So what do you want to talk about first that's on the table? You got me on camera 2, C-Dub?
It's a good looking setup right there.
Woo! All right. So let's talk about the changes that we made to Melissa's blade, the Backwoods blade. I don't know if it's out of focus or if my new contacts are screwing me. See this? This is the difference. Well, this is plastic. It's not a warp blade. So this is the resin. We do like resin printing to test everything out. We're going to send these out. I'm going to have them in metal in time to get her one for Blade Show, Texas. But she said we should put jimping up front, and I had not considered that, and I like it. So we did. So it's a really good idea because when you're doing detail work, it's really nice to have a good rest point for you. So we added that. And then I like that Nick wanted to keep the jump here between the grips. Nick? We can't say who Nick is yet. He's going to release it in Blade Magazine, who he is and what he does for us, because he realizes that we're ultra famous.
Wow, Matthew. I'm so impressed with your blades and entire company. I'd consider getting your logo tattooed on me. T.Kell forever.
I think you'd be the third. I know for sure Stephen Clayton was the first. And I heard that Josh Lindsay was going to do it, but I don't think that he did. Right? So you might be the second or the third.
Back it up a little bit because it's when you come in.
Like this? You want to back it up like that? I'm sorry. Like that? You want to see it? So yeah, same blade length. We just added jimping, and I love it.
T.Kell tramp stamp. So that is the without the ring. That's the original Piranha grip.
Right, the original Piranha grip. So here we have the extended grip. So we are going to do an extended grip for the Piranha. We haven't grenaded it yet. It will have our little scallops, as you want to call them.
Yeah, it'll look better than that.
So this is a wrap, just like the extended grips for the Raider line that we did and the Combatant. So it'll be that. So you get a full grip, which makes it a little more balanced looking of a blade with the longer blade.
But you have the option of.
So we kind of went with a mid-length blade. If you want to pocket this, with the ability to kind of step it up to an actual EDC length blade, and then, of course, the Century grips that we've always had, those will go on. So you get the full grip, ring style. If you want a smaller, more compact Warnie, it's going to
be shipped with the grip on it, or the ring grip on it.
Right, that was Melissa's. She wanted it shipped with the ring grip. I think she liked it the best. shipped with the ring grip, but it will come with, look how warped they look, but they're not. That's because they're resin. So yeah. And then it will come with the extended grip and the regular grips in the package. So because it's going to have all those features, they're going to be a little bit more expensive. And if we can pull it off, we'll have this grip with the copper Damascus in there for the first run.
Is it going to come in the Nickel Boron?
It's going to come in the Nickel Boron. We've got to decide, and we're going to get into the fact that we now have 3 options available for Nickel Boron. So that's the patch. So see, it's copper colored. I had the patches made. They turned out great. They're like puffy and whatever. That's her.
Puffy and whatever.
Puffy and whatever. So you can whatever them.
Kelly White, I just want to say that was an awesome idea to do the extended grips. Very handy for people that want a full 4-finger grip on their knives.
And that came from like us being communal. Everybody said this blade would be great if it were, if I had the option to make it a full-size blade. And, you know, for $40, then you get a whole new knife.
Yeah, I think we're going to include the patches too, right?
Yes, so it's going to come with a patch.
2 patches.
And then it's going to come with a WharnEDC patch. So get it? WharnEDC? Because it's a Wharncliffe, but it's EDC. Clever, right? So this is Puffy and whatnot also.
Puffy and whatnot.
So I want to ask you guys, we're going to start making patches for each blade. I thought we should do them like the Be Less Dumb Band-Aid, like this. Man, that thing's Velcro works good.
Yeah, D-Velty, the black and copper grips are awesome. We're going to do them for the blade show colors.
Or they'd look like this size, so that when you put them on, like I say, a tack bag, you'd be able to have, and these will be an add-on because, you know, we can't just give the patches away. That we will for hers, but so then you could have the little small patch with the blade name, or should we do full size?
I like the full size.
Okay, so we're gonna do the full size because CW wins all in every blade. So Jacob and or Dustin, if you're watching, we need to get these done for the Nautilus and the DP1 because they've done great. The makers.
Yeah, y'all comment if you like the full size or the smaller.
Yeah,
size.
I thought about doing like these smaller ones so that you could like have one of those Velcro things, and then you could stack them up. And if you had all these big ones, that they might just be too big, but then it just looks so freaking rad.
And can't you put those on a hat too?
You sure can. Like this. Look, you got me over here. Camera 1. And then you got the Be Less Dumb.
We're getting small and large.
So on the T.Kell knives hats, they have like Velcros all around them. So you could put this on the back.
Oh, that's cute. Sorry, that's cool.
Yeah, man, look, cute.
Say it's cute.
That's awesome, man. That's incredible. So you can put Be Less Dumb on the back. I'm also going to do these.
On the back.
I do too. I'm going to do them in camo colors too, because I think it would be rad.
That's like the perfect spot for that.
Yeah, I think it's perfect. So, and then you've also got on the T.Kell knives hats, because you can put them here if you want. If you want to be real extra weird, you can put it on the top. I don't know why that's there. And then it's got these on the side. So you can put them all over the place, you know. Get out of here. So,
thanks, Dennis.
I thought the Be Less Dumb has to be small, right? So that you can put it everywhere. But the WharnEDC and the Melissa one fit full size on the package. I thought that'd be cool. So that's the announcement for those. Once that should be the final, like that's it. That's it. That's the blade. We're going to have one done in metal. And then we'll approve it. And then we'll send the machine shops off.
Can we give a hat away with the Be Less Dumb patch?
Sure.
Let's do it.
How about black? You want to do a black one? Do a black one down here? I'm doing my best, Rachel. We have black hats in the other shop, but it'll look just like the camo one. Just right? Doesn't black make sense?
Well, I guess they can pick what they want.
They can pick what they want. They sure can. All right, you want to go back to the table and talk about more stuff, or we just got any questions?
Just tell people to.
Well, you guys just ask questions in the meantime.
Hashtag hat.
hats with the Be Less Dumb.
Mark, we're going to release those at Blade Show Atlanta. The drop for them will be when, honey? The WharnEDC.
Okay, so we're going to do the WharnEDC slightly different than how we did the Knife Junkie collab release last year at Blade Show, and we sold 800 of those blades in like a day. Boom! Tons at Blade Show. We released them to Patreon 24 hours before. So that's what we're going to do with the WharnEDC. So the Thursday before Blade Show, the doors open at 9. So we're going to do exactly 24 hours. 9 Eastern. So you West Coasters, left coasters, whatever. 09.
Customer service at TKellKnives.com, Aaron.
The day before Blade Show, 24 hours before. That will dictate how many we sell at Blade Show, because we're doing a batch of 800 of these, but this time we're doing 500 in AEBL and 380 CRV, because the market is trending towards everybody wants AEBL. So we're doing 2/3. I was going to do 6 and 2, but then they were like, yeah, people still love ADCRV. She's kind of more in the outdoor community, and some people love ADCRV for outdoor. Me. So we're not leaving ADCRV. We're just doing more of the AEBL. So that's how the WharnEDC is going to go. For the DP1, which we haven't talked about yet.
This is for the June Blade Show.
Right, June.
And that is the first weekend in June.
Mm-hmm.
The
Which is great.
DP1 is going to be the...
Because I can do that show and drive back to my house and sleep in my nice, comfortable bed next to my beautiful wife.
Well, there'll be a 007 patch.
Yeah, we're going to do patches for everything. We just need to decide from you guys, little patches or big patches. I think little, personally, but it'll be an add-on. So if you guys look now, as of last week on the website, end of last week, the Be Less Dumb, you just add it to your cart. Because it makes sense, because we're having such problems with shipping that we're moving to a flat rate shipping, $10. Because that'll give us priority shipping, and then we're going to try to figure out how we can choose either USPS priority for those of you that love your packages to get lost, or if you want to choose UPS. But that's all part of our growth thing. And if you buy a $9 patch and pay $10 in shipping, that's a lot. So we made it an add-on so that you can just get it with your other order, because that's the cheapest shipping that we can get, reliable shipping. When we started sending the stuff post office, like standard ground, whatever that is, it's ridiculous. I think they've gone back to the postman days where they've got like a rider on a freaking horse, and then he falls down and your shit falls out on the ground and he just leaves it and goes, and it's crazy. The post office is insane.
Mom said LOL. I don't know what you said that was funny.
Nothing.
What'd you say that was funny?
So we're going to make the add-on patches, and then you guys decide. We'll decide on the live, right? Let's just take a vote. CW, you see what you're seeing, big or little?
It's kind of a mix.
I thought you could collect them more if they were small, but then we went with the WharnEDC as a big one.
I'm giving this hat away with the Be Less Dumb patch.
I decided to do the full size because we made Melissa's full size, and I wanted my name big too.
AJ Reyes, congratulations!
Congratulations! You are now being less dumb.
Choose if you want camo or black.
You're welcome. We also have OD green, if you want. But I'm going to make the patches in camo colors too, because I would love to put one on my kit. Because if I was a sergeant,
everybody's talking about Melissa cutting herself. That's awful. I hope she
must have been a bad cut.
Hurt herself bad.
Let's send her some Band-Aids. For real.
Oh, Mom said she was laughing about you talking about the packages, but pretty much everything you say is funny.
Thanks, guys. It's not true. We had a great day over there yesterday. So we went to Mom and Dad's house yesterday. Just to do a couple little helpful things, because they needed us to do some little, because if you guys have parents that got a lot going on their plate, you better not be a shithead and go help them, or I'm going to punch you in the head. I'm not going to do that. But you should be less dumb and go help people. So we went down there, just did a few little small errands, and it was just great because we were out of town and then coming back, and it's nice to be around like-minded people that we really like being around. So, you know, they're a huge part of this family. We were talking about Dad's blade, the DP1, Donald Pace 1. We asked him some questions about it. We're going to include that backstory in that because I think people don't honor people that should be honored, and they look up to, I don't know, like, you look, if you guys like football players and movie stars and stuff, that's cool, but I look up to him, right? So I think somebody that deserves that, both of them, that recognition for being rare and people that should be admired, that's why we're going to tell that whole story.
So many people are saying they can't wait to meet us at Blade Show.
I mean, look, all the people that we know in the industry are like, you guys have got to do Blade Show Texas. We didn't think it was possible. And they said, hey, you can come. And we're like, and we're going to be right next to Chavez, which is cool because I know Ramon. I mean, like, not like buddies. We don't text like, hey, wow, cute knife. But we know each other enough to, he knows my face, I know his.
Daddy says you're right, Tim.
That's just how I think. And
Arcane said, what about a card with the story on it with the DP1 shipments?
So we could do that. And we can now do that in a way that I may steal from Forged AF. Carson sends these little stories on a piece of leather. And I think that's really neat. But you guys, if you follow, we got another CNC machine, but it's in the new shop, not in Jeremy's shop, a Haas, a TM2P, I think I said that, with fourth axis. And I found out this morning that it's real fourth axis, not wannabe fourth axis, which means not a whole lot to me because I used to hand grind blades, and then I found a guy named Jeremy Slay, and he makes incredible stuff. And if Montana Knife Company tries to recruit Jeremy Slay, I am going to lose my shit.
Oh, Carson's baby was born because AJ said congrats to Carson on the newborn.
Awesome. Congrats. I know that's awesome. You know, young couple doing things right. You know, he's working, providing for his family, got a new baby, working hard. He's a Marine. I like Carson a lot. I like his blades a lot too. You guys know I've got 3 of them. So he had a CO2 laser. So the same place that we got our Haas, and we're going to talk more about that whole transition now, I guess.
How about a handle kit for the Agent series so we could have a ring handle?
That's a tough one. A couple people have mentioned that, and I'll tell you why. I'm not sure if that'll work. So
Oh, thought you were going over there.
I am.
Okay.
I'm going to do it. So if you look at the Agent series, and the reason the other blades work well with a ring is because I like grips that your pinky wraps around, but you don't have the full extended grip. So let's look at the Agent. If you put a ring on the end, that's going to put a ring here. And that is a very strange grip to me. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And the Agent series is the exact same length as the Night Stalker. So we'll look at the 2 blades. See, they're identical in length. Some people wanted us to, and the blade profile is the same. Actually, Bob DeMarco wanted a T.Kell profile full handle blade without a ring because some people do not like the ring grip. So we went to work. So the Agent is the Night series without the ring. That's what that design premise of that was for those people that want a full grip but still want slender, and that same exact, like identical in length. So they take up the same amount of footprint on your waist. If I were to put a ring grip on it, it would basically be a Night Stalker. So to me, the move would be, why don't we take the Nighthawk?
Honey, you didn't make coffee today.
Yeah, I did. I didn't make it on the live. I made it before because my coffee makers were both dirty because I'm a filthy pig. And I need coffee to function on Sundays. So why don't I think more about, let's just make an Agent with the other blade styles that we don't have. We have a Tonto now. So basically the Wharncliffe, maybe some other stuff, but that's kind of this, right? This is the Agent 03 and this is the Night Stalker, the OG.
Let's show off those DP1s, honey.
No way, man. I got to get the other. All right, so we talked about these guys. Let's go Delta Papa 1. Donald Pace 1. So here we go. An interesting story how this came about. So here's the original. This is the very first DP1. I used to make a little necker knife that had a thing on the back. And I wanted to try something that could be a mini Skinner because people were buying that blade and saying, man, that little mini knife works so good for a Skinner. And I thought, well, if it's going to be called a Skinner, let's make a traditional, like you just shrunk down the Taylor's Ridge. So I made this off of that platform, and this is the first and only one I made. So this is the hand ground, got the hand jimping files in it. And we were talking, I guess about a year ago, and he said, that has always been my favorite knife that you've given me, that you made for me. And it was, and then I had the idea, like, you know what we should do? You're my favorite man on the planet, so maybe I should make my favorite man on the planet a blade in honor of him because he's been so influential in my life. Let's call it the DP1. And the whole idea came together standing in his room talking about it, and we did it. And I set off to take, like I've done with all my blades that I loved, the hand ground versions and turn them into higher fit and finish models of finished product. So look at that. You see that? Crazy, right? So of course I sent it to Jeremy, I sent it to Nick, I sent it to all the people. I don't know if Jeremy or Nick did the CAD on this. Anyway, somebody, one of the guys in our network, and said, can you make this blade, but I want to do this and this and this and this to it. So if you look, I mean, it's the DP1. I wanted to add a little bit more down here so that we could get the lashing screws in and kind of complete that shape. But this is thick steel. I wanted to make it thinner. So this is the thinnest knife we've ever made. It's at 0.90, so super thin. The thinnest grips we've ever used. If you look at how thick a set of standard grips are, they're a decent amount wider.
People are commenting they like those green grips.
These?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're going to tell you something about that in just a minute. So that's what I did. This is the first one in Nickel Boron Battle Worn. And I did say Nickel Boron Battle Worn. And did you hear that I can now use the name Nickel Boron Battle Worn? Which means I got it back. Which means...
Cue the applause.
Right? So we're doing it. We're doing the Battle Worn. We got two other options I want to talk to you guys about. So let's look at the old... Well, let's finish talking about DP. So we were at Mom and Dad's yesterday, and he was talking about how he liked how shiny the blade was, the way it looked. He even liked the color on it. And I had the idea to see if I can get this color. So I emailed my G10 guy and said, can we do it? And he said, yep, we can do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have some grips cut in this color for the DP1, 10 sets. I'm going to get one. He's going to get one. Maybe we'll auction the others off. And because he said he likes shiny and more than he did this, look at this new finish we got. You see that? So this is Nickel Boron. See that? Is that coming through on camera?
Yeah.
So it's a mirror polish, ultra slick Nickel Boron, which this company does proprietarily. They've done a lot of stuff for Harley Davidson seat springs and stuff like that because Nickel Boron is flexible and other chrome plating is not, and it's not a chrome plating. So
Ryan Henley wants to know when we're going to be able to go black.
Next week, like for real. So we were having some discussion about that on the 007 with Tomas Alas. And he says that since they were originally marketed with our current finish, then we don't need to switch. What do people think about the shiny?
Some people are saying they like it.
So we could offer this either on a limited basis, or you can choose between these three. So we're going to make 10 of these in a high shine with this lime green material, and I'm going to get the hardware also done in the nickel boron and high shine it. And we're going to do those as an auction. I decided that yesterday, sitting in his room, and Cedo's like, what are you doing over there? I'm like, I am planning stuff. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to do 10 of these, numbered 1 through 10. And I guess we'll auction them. I don't know. And they'll be like the truest representation of the original, and I'm not doing those again. We're going to do the lime green for just that run. We're going to do the high shine with the high shine hardware. Deal with it.
When are we dropping those? March 15th, right?
Right. So officially March 15th. So the DP1's going to come out officially March 15th, but we are doing 200.
Looks good with those woodland grips.
Man, right? That woodland with just a little short piece of leather, just incredible. Somebody said on Patreon yesterday that
it was Zachary Schmidt.
Well, I wasn't going to call him out, but okay.
Oh.
You did. So
well, he knows. He watches.
Well, now he's known by everybody. At least 278 people. He said we should make a lanyard loop, and then somebody else said basically what I said. That's what the lashing screws are. That's why they're called lashing screws. You can run a piece of paracord through there. He said that he had struggled with that. We do sell the lanyards on our website.
Awesome XR and dumbness. Extra and dumbness. I can't say your screen.
Well, we know.
Sorry. Yes, we offer engraving on our knives.
Yeah, we do engraving. So that's a drop down on there.
Anything you want to get on there,
yeah.
Text, or we can do files.
Custom, all kind of stuff. So
do we know the price point? Everybody's asking.
Not yet. I got to get the final price point because we got an idea of what it's going to cost to make them. You know, we got the steel cost down. I know that. I've got the G10 and the machining cost down on the grips. I already know what the screws cost. In a production environment, when you start running 800 knives, then you kind of get the idea of how many minutes it takes to make it to the level of quality that we demand. Once I get that,
hey, thanks, Anthony. We'll get it updated. He said the lanyards are showing out of stock.
Okay, yeah, thanks. They don't need to be. So, Georgie, if
Collective Minds, you're waiting on a FLN from August 1st. Please email us. That is unusual.
Yeah, that should have gone to you. So
yeah, it must be a grip or something. Please email. Yep. We'll make sure to get it out this week.
Yeah, customer service at TKellKnives.com. Be patient too, because our daughter is inundated with emails. She just turned 25, and she works like a 45-year-old.
Hey, Josh L's on.
Morning, Josh.
Nice to see you.
Morning, sir. Hope everything's going well with the businesses, plural. So look, here we sell these laces. We have Iron Lace make them. They're American company.
We're doing the micarta on there too, right?
Yes, we just haven't got it yet. I don't know if we'll have those at Blade Show though. We're like calling in favors, like, please, can we get this done before?
$99.99 from Josh.
Thanks, Josh. I guess things are going well with the business. Thanks, man. We're going to lunch today, honey.
All right.
Thanks, Josh.
Except for I made lentils. But we can go tomorrow.
We're buying ice cream today. $100 worth. So the reason I had this aglet put on there is because the outside diameter of an aglet is 9/64, and we made this screw size a 9/64. So if you have trouble getting your lanyard through there, either buy ours that are made by the same company that makes military clothing. That's who they use to make them, Iron Lace. They have blind and disabled people making their stuff, and the aglet helps it go through. If not, just heat up the end and twist it like you normally would. Shove it right through. It's easy to get through. Anyway, so we sell these on the website. Apparently, we need to put some in stock. But
people were asking if we could give away a DP1 like a pre-release before they come out.
Let me get them in done 100% because we're heat treating the first batches of both ADCRV and ADBL. Yeah, that's a new one. ADBL now, maybe.
Do we have a sheath that could work for a boot knife?
I think all of them can, because the way I do slimline sheaths. Oh, let's talk about this. These were done this week. Let's not jump ahead. Look at this. This is the sheath for the DP1. Let's wait for it. Did you hear it? I don't know. Can you? Typical. So we have medium retention on these, so that you can still pop it off and do that. I almost cut myself. Almost was more dumb. So you can push it out and it pops out, and you got this, but it's really thin. So we have the micro rivets on the bottom to get good retention, but I did not put the slots in here yet. I may add those so that you can have other additional mounting things, but this is pretty much designed necklace and pocket carry. And you just drop it in your pocket. Really slim line. I mean, the whole sheath and blade combo is about as big as freaking 003.
So is that a yes or a no that I can give away a DP1 for the next drop?
We can, but let's wait until we get them done with heat treat and
okay. So not do it yet.
Not yet, but we will. We'll do that.
Got my Night Stalker yesterday. Amazing blade. Might be my favorite T.Kell ever from Mike G.
Thanks, man. That's, you know, that blade is what made us famous. That's our most famous assist blade. So sheaths are done.
Hunter.
Grips are done. Now you can run your chain through the loops and it'll hold like right there at that angle.
Benjamin Brewer. That's the Nautilus. We haven't discussed it yet.
We haven't talked to you. So I thought we should talk about that. Does that speak for itself?
Mm-hmm.
Javati. I mean, holy crap. It just looks so good with the battle worn finish. We got any questions before we jump into the Nautilus? Let me have coffee. Let me stand over here and be wide.
I need to give away a blade. I haven't given away a blade yet.
What are you giving away, lady?
Not
a Bushman.
Are we out of Bushmans?
We're not, but Seekins.
I can give away. How about one of those mystery giveaways?
Yeah, I mean, we've got, well, you know what we got in the shop, right?
Yep.
So we're going to be taking, I'm going to try to take 5 of everything that we have that's completed to Blade Show Texas, which will be FMFs, mercenaries. We got a few warthogs. We got a few Taylor's Ridge. We got some agents mixed in there. Night Stalkers, CGs, Hawks, combatants, adversaries.
007, we're dropping more of those
on 21st.
Yep, February 21st.
Yep. And they're improved from the current version. I've got the final coming from the machine shop. I should have it in hand. Should have had it in hand today, but I've really been leaning on him to get the DP1s done so that we can push that up schedule.
Will there be any mercenaries or piranhas?
Yes, mercenaries and piranhas both at Blade Show Texas. So the time to feel our stuff, if you've been watching and you haven't had a chance because we sell out so fast and we're not in retail, because I would rather give you guys the savings than give the profits to retailers. Sorry, retailers. I mean, I wonder what other knife companies do. Are they jacking up their margin so that they can afford to take the 30% cut to sell in the retail? Because if I give retail a 30% cut, I'm literally losing like $5-10 a blade, depending on what blade. And
good luck, Lupe.
We wouldn't be in business if we lost and paid you guys $5 to take our blades. So we sell out quickly, but we've really put a lot of the money that we've made in the last 4 years into the new facility, good employees, leaning our processes out and standing on quality. So we're really increasing our turnarounds, or lowering them this year. I hope. I wanted to completely be like not on pre-order ever, but we just don't have the money to do that. That would mean we'd have to pay out $250,000, $300,000 out of our pocket to get the blades completely done for one batch each time. And we have like 31 models, so you do the math. And we just don't, we don't have loans. We don't have SBA. We don't have investors. We are just doing it cash-based little by little. And basically, you guys, our community and the people that believe in us, you're funding T.Kell knives. So we're
customer funded.
Yeah, it's like I said yesterday when we were taking our walk, it's like customer owned, because we own 80% of the company, and then 2 friends of ours that are brothers helped me get some equipment when we started to grow, and I just couldn't keep up hand grinding.
Will the 007 upcoming drop be different from the original drop? No.
It's the same batch. Let's clarify
we just made
that.
more.
So what we did, they were so popular that we decided to continue making more out of this batch. So we're just, instead of stopping where we would at the number we were going to stop at, we're just doing double. So fortunately for the, and that still will be in 3 to 6 months time frame from the original sales date, which means that drop on the 21st, you're talking less than 30 days that those blades should start shipping, provided that everything continues on track where it is. Those blades are machined. Those blades are, some are being heat treated, and we're cranking them out every week and heat treating those as fast as we can. So we're going to hit that 3 to 6 month from the original drop, but it's the same batch. So it's not starting over on the 3 to 6 months. It is the same 3 to 6 months. I don't know how we will communicate that, but they're going to be like, that'll be a quick ship on this 21st drop of those. And you're going to see Tomas is really excited. He's really pushing those. They were crazy popular. You guys saw Doug Marcaida talking about it with T.Kell. That is like a huge honor for me. I mean, crazy to have a guy that knows blade works and the Marshall blade works so well love that knife like that. That was huge for me. I didn't even know it was going down. Somebody else told me about the video. Like, did you see what he said at the end? I'm like, no, what happened? I didn't even know it was going. That's really cool.
Can people with existing 007 orders get a different finish?
Let's talk about that. I had this debate with Tomas this week. I was super excited, like, now we can do it. He wants to stick with the original finish.
Can you show the Nautilus too soon?
So, yeah, we will. That's why it's on the table. So he wanted to say, first batch this, and let's just not midstream, save ourselves some trouble. But I think that 90% of people, if they know the battle worn, the dark gray, shadowy, matte, blackish, grayish, awesome.
For people that don't know, can you explain the battle worn? Like maybe get one of the old battle worn.
I got all three right there.
Yeah.
Shiny, what we have now, and then battle worn.
All right,
together.
for the mystery blade, this will be, you can choose what we have in shop.
Ooh, that coffee's strong. Too strong. Too hyper.
So you send us an email, we'll tell you what we got or what you're looking for, and we'll see if we have it.
Cool. So let's talk about finishes.
Ike Momanian. Congratulations. You won.
Told you it's not rigged. I've never heard of Ike. Okay, guys.
And so email us at customerservice@tkellknives.com and we'll get you set up with your win.
Got me on too, my bride?
Yep.
Okay. This is what we do now. The Nickel Boron Recon Distressed. We moved away from Battle Worn because the management of that company was absolutely horrible to deal with. Horrible. And I figured out Battle Worn on my own, and long story short, it's under new management, under new name, and because I figured it out, they're going to offer it to me. Under new management, which is incredible. Same people, but not the dude who made me really, really irritated before. So, Nickel Boron, this is the Recon Distressed. This is how everything comes now. Same lubricity, all that stuff.
If y'all have been with us for a long time, you know we were doing the Nickel Boron.
Well, you know, we were doing the
Battle Worn.
The Battle Worn, and we loved it.
It's all the same Nickel Boron, just different finishes. Different
way you treat the finish.
Mm-hmm.
So, now, here's the contrast. This is Recon Distressed. This is Battle Worn. So, you've got the gray with the black highlights or lowlights, I guess you could call.
Now, I will say that because he's got a light on this, it's coming up a little lighter than it is in real life. In real life, it's darker than that.
This is just to kind of show the contrast. Well, you can see better here. It's darker because I'm
black. It's almost black.
It's almost black. So it's a dark gray black, and then in some spots are actually black. So the low parts where we don't grind that out are black. So now we can also offer the high shine. So which is like crazy shiny like a mirror. And it's super slick. Really cool, right? So
I wonder if you held it up over here if you could see that it was black.
Probably.
Because it looks gray, like light gray. Nah, it's still not as
That's
dark.
a lot darker though. Look at them next to each other.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So here's the difference in the two. This is the most natural light you're going to get. So this is the battle worn. So it's black.
Everybody's asking if they can send their blades in to get.
Technically, yes. Technically, we can do that. But to make it equitable for them, they price matched and knocked some off to get our business back, which means I got to get big batches so that they can meet that pricing and stay in business. So I don't know the process, how we're going to do that yet. If you guys notice, we just added a form for sending your blade in. We would have to get enough blades in on a add to it for whatever the price to run a batch. So the turnaround on that, I don't know yet, but I want to work that out. I just don't know the details.
Did you have a sample of the black, the battle black?
That's going to be really close to this. So,
but did you bring the sample that we had? Because didn't they give us a sample?
Yeah, but they tumbled
colors?
it and they took pretty much all the black off. And I didn't like it. But this is you can also do dark black, but that's going to end up looking like this over time. So as it wears, the highlights are going to be lighter. So to me, there's no reason if it's going to do that. I just like the battle worn look. I like the name battle worn. I'm battle worn. It's incredible. So I'm just super jazzed. And they're right up the street. So I had a final done on the FLN 2.0.
So
do you see that this is a battle worn hollow ground 10,000ths edge, sharpened like a freaking razor, deep engraved.
I love that knife.
I mean, look at this thing. Here's the difference between the two. Can you see? So this is a traditional flat grind. These are the hollow. So this thing is going to cut like crazy. I personally think we switch everything over to battle worn. Like now. We're going to rely on you guys, the community, to tell us.
Some people are saying DLC polished. Could you do that?
Nah, but DLC is such an inferior coating compared to nickel boron. It's just, they don't even compare. On the Rockwell scale, on the lubricity scale, nickel boron will not come off. It becomes part of the substrate. It is thousands of times slicker than DLC. And how, you get a Rockwell of, you're pushing 80 on that coating, and DLC is not that hard. DLC scratches. It looks like ass in about a week. I don't like DLC.
Everybody's loving the battle worn and super excited about it.
Yeah, so my thought is we just need to whoop, and just move. You know what I'm saying? And deal with the influx of emails that are going to come and say, hey, I want my 007 battle worn. I don't care how long it's going to take.
Yeah, I mean, like if you put a coating on there that's just going to scratch off, it's not. This actually will last.
Yeah. Well, the life of the part. That's the thing about
and
nickel.
It makes it faster, cuts faster, smoother.
Yeah, the lubricity is a term, and the drag coefficient is so low that it just flies through stuff. So they call it diamond-like coating as a marketing thing.
They put it on high-end parts that need to be like smooth and move fast.
Yeah, 70,000 RPM bearing coatings. They're like timing chain coatings for high-end race cars, high cyclic rate weapons. The cool thing about like the nickel boron bolts that you guys see, you can take your nickel boron plated bolt and you can wash it off in the sink and wipe the carbon off with just like a paper towel. No scrubbing, just whoop, and it comes off. Because it's that hard, that slick, and it sticks to the substrate. So where chrome would flake, nickel boron is ductile. It's incredible. It's
you just have to test it to see how.
But yeah, DLC it's an inferior coating. It just is. And research on your own, you'll find that out too. It's just we're the only company in the world putting it on a knife. Because of that, because I don't come from the knife industry. I come from racing and firearms and manufacturing. So it was little known, and I'm like, we stumbled upon it, and I'm like, why does nobody do this? So to get it back to the Battle Worn is a huge, huge, huge thing. You guys know I discovered it. Now they're going to do it for me, so I don't have to worry about the stupid EPA stuff, which is huge. This all happened this week. Out of the blue, God was just like, bam, here you go. Oh. So pretty freaking awesome. So in process blades, starting, I guess, this week. I don't know. I'm going to get with them, see if they can do.
You might just get a surprise.
Yeah, you might just be like, oh, cool, Battle Worn, thanks. Do you guys want an option? Do you guys want the option to choose Recon Distressed, Battle Worn, or High Shine?
People want us to give away the FLN. I've seen a couple people say don't have a bunch of options because it makes it more difficult, and some people asking for the different options.
I'm with you. Do we not have a selector? And if you choose, you just buy a blade and like, hey, sync this live, wink, wink. Can you do this for me? I thought about keeping the High Shine stuff just for like very, very limited runs.
Goonie, I know that we almost finished 100 and something of the 007s. We have not finished the sheath yet, but as soon as we do, that first round will ship.
We're cutting molds for the sheath this week because I do my sheaths different.
If you were in the first 100 ordered, those are going to go out first, and then we're going to do the next batches.
Yeah, that's just how, for me. That's the only way it makes sense. Because if I decided to take a bath on these freaking blades right here. Nobody's asked about an AEBL sapper yet.
Yes, they have. I just haven't told you.
Oh, you ready? Look at this. Literally,
finally
got home. Good Lord, from Mom and Dad's house last night, and look what was on my porch. Can you read it yet?
From Nickel Boron.
From Nickel Boron. Sappers, AEBL. Damn, they're heavy. So let's open them together.
So they will be sharpened and shipped very soon.
Nickel Bickle, AEBL, Sappers. Like, I'm going to run shop Monday.
Charles Tejada, my blade is in that box.
Yes. So the first 47 people, I don't know that 47 sold out of this batch yet in the AEBL because the 80 CRV people already got theirs. So here they are.
Can you still topo the Battle Worn?
Oh, shit. Let me tell you something. When you topo the Battle Worn, it's like a brassy color underneath, and it just jumps.
Darth Jesus.
It looks
very likely
to
that his Nighthawk that he ordered will come in the Battle Worn.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna start doing it.
Yeah.
And then if you don't like it, then we're gonna be like, oh, that's really sad for you. That's kind of how I do stuff. Like people still 2.5 years later, like, I bought a Battle Worn blade. Can I please get a Battle Worn blade? I'm like, sorry, unfortunately, we can't offer that anymore. Well, that's a lie. Now we can. So, no time. So I should see if my new friends can.
Any updates on the Frank EDC knife?
So I was WhatsApping with Frank this whole entire week. So I printed a set of the grips, and something happened in file transfer where one was longer than the other, and then some artifacts in the weird to get the actual 3D shape. Where is the blank? Because the blank needs to go back to the blanking shop.
Reverse Tonto update.
They, Jeremy, if he's on, he can verify this, but I think he's bringing them to me tomorrow.
What about Op Strikers?
They're either at Heat Treat or Nickel Boron, one of the two.
Are adversaries still available, and would it be Battle Worn? No, because we already have those done in shops. So they've already been Nickel Boron. They're already in the current finish. But the next batch we do will be.
I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if it can be done to the current batches.
Who made the T.Kell sign in the back?
Which one? This one?
The lit up one.
That one's lit up, and this one's lit up.
I don't know.
The gun wall or the knife wall? Tell me. Knife wall, gun wall.
Jeremy said, what was the question? I was over by the tumbler.
The reverse Tontos.
And also, there's been people asking about the 005s and 001s that have current orders.
We're going back and remaking them. So the 005s, we're going to hollow grind those so that they'll be super thin and crazy stupid slicey, which is huge, huge, huge for us. So that's what we're going to do with those. So once we're done doing the hollow grind on the FLN 2.0s, we're going to go back and start on the 005s. The 001s are going to be done by the same guy who's doing the DP1s and the combatants. And they're going to start. They'll still be within the 6 months time frame. So yeah, they're in process. We got steel going. Wait,
Kevin, we talked about the Piranha Wharncliffe at the beginning. We showed them.
Yep.
They're going to be released at Blade Show Atlanta.
Texas.
We could probably show them again for
we
people that just came on.
So yeah, the Jeremy, they're talking about the.
So he said I was putting a batch of them in the tumbler, one more batch, and they're done.
I figured. Yeah. So he's gonna bring, I think, what he's got tomorrow, and then we're gonna get them. Next step, we're gonna start heat treat, and then we're gonna nickel boron.
So Stephen Clayton, that's the same thing on the 004s. They're all getting redone. I know y'all saw the video of the shop that screwed up all the agents.
If you're not a patron, become a patron, because that's the inside trek. And you can go back and watch that video of how horrible those were. Not Jeremy, not Nick. Let's just say that. I'm not. So
we're getting them redone.
Getting them redone.
And they're probably going to be a little late, but we can't.
I'm taking a bath on them. I mean, you're talking $140,000 that I would really love to have put into more machines that I wanted to do this year that I lost on those batches of blades.
Let's give away a blade. There's 408 people on here.
It's not you guys' fault. What do you want to give away? Give away a Night Stalker. We got Night Stalkers. I'll take one less to Blade Show Texas, right? That's fair.
Yeah, show it for people that don't know.
I don't want to do that.
We got lots of folks on here.
All right, give away a Night Stalker.
Hold on, I'm not on your camera yet.
Whoa.
Put you on here.
There's that psycho cat. You see him?
Hashtag Night Stalker. Y'all enter that word, all one word. Hashtag Night Stalker.
So the Night Stalker is our most popular blade.
Oh, let me tell you something, honey.
Tell me something, honey.
You can buy Google ads. So, like, when you go to search for something, the top of the page will give you paid advertisements.
Right.
So, Fish Ranch and some other people have been sending us, like, screenshots of when you do T.Kell knives.
Oh, yeah.
What people are purchasing at the top. So, obviously, it's our competitors and things like that. But there's these companies that are, like, calling their knives Night Stalker, Raider, and they're buying these advertising spaces. They're using our names.
I talked to which camera are you on?
So people that aren't savvy are going to look at that and be like, oh, that's the T.Kell Night Stalker, and go to this website.
So I talked to our SEO guy, Ray. He used to work with Alien Gear, but now he's gone freelance on his own. He's super good, which is also why Alien Gear's advertisement sucks now. Ray's incredible. But anyway, we've been working with him for 3 or 4 years. So basically, the truth is, you can buy Google ads with whatever keywords you want, and they are putting in there T.Kell or T.Kell Night Stalker or T.Kell Raider and buying the ads so that their stuff comes up ahead of ours. I guess that's flattering. That's crazy to me. I didn't know you could do that. I was like, oh man, we got to fix this. SEO's broken. And he goes, no man, they're paying for that. I'm like, are you serious? I didn't know you could do that. That's so gross. Like, why don't you just make a popular knife instead of like paying for my popular knife name to come up in ads? I guess, all's fair in marketing or not, because that's gross, but whatever. You do you, boo-boo. That's what I was told. Anyway, Night Stalker.
Show that Night Stalker again. Because we have like more people on here than usual. So maybe you've never seen this before. This is our top seller.
Yeah.
It's a comfortable ring blade. A lot of ring blades aren't very comfortable.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no. Did you step on the cat? Is he okay?
What about me? I just bashed my knee into that stair.
I don't care about you. I care about the cat.
I said the F word, too.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
I said the S word.
I said the F one after I bashed my knee into the stairs.
Did you?
Mother cuss word. Woo! That'll wake you up. Who needs coffee when you break your leg on camera?
Did y'all hear the cat?
Oh, I'm sure they heard the cat.
Oh my God.
So the carpet in the bunker is black, and that is the blackest cat on the planet. So right here off camera, I built these things called shelves, right? And here is a cantilevered bed that hangs from the ceiling for my son before he lost his mind and left the reservation. So it hangs here. Well, I made these shelves. I called them stair shelves. So they're shelves, and you just walk up these little steps to get into the cantilevered bed. It's really neat over here. And my desk is under there. And I bashed my knee with all my fatness straight behind that thing.
Charles Monkey, I'm reporting this incident to the ASPC.
Whatever, man. Why? Because the vanilla gorilla was injured in the filming of this movie? Goodness gracious. Holy crap. Whoa. Okay, back to the Night Stalker. Are you still on?
Had his life flash before.
No, he didn't. He'd stand out there like, "Hey, what's up? I'm cool. Are you?" And I'm like, "No, my kneecap is behind my leg now." Holy crap! Huh. I'm done with that. Where'd he go?
Good thing you didn't cut yourself.
Stupid. He just came in here like, "Hey, what's up?" He's obviously fine. He came running in here. So look, you say you can't see him behind my shirt? That's why his ass got stepped on. There he is. Hear him purring. Oh, yes.
Vanilla Gorilla.
Oh, goodness gracious. That was my nickname years ago. Because for whatever reason, even though I'm chinky, I can move heavy things. What do they call it? Strong back, weak mind. It's weird. It's really strange. If I didn't want to get kicked off of YouTube, I would do like feats of strength. I have the Sig Spear 308, and I can grab it and just, and that's a battle rifle. It's 14 pounds, like whatever. But that's because I'm mentally dim. I don't work out. I used to break stuff. So I put all of that on top of Noir. Man. Whew. That was fun.
All right. Here's the word again.
Death. Dead knees.
Hashtag Night Stalker. Enter that to win the blade.
Hashtag the cat capped him. Whew.
Roz said your cat blends so well with that shirt. He's invisible.
That's what I'm saying. He's like a show cat, if there were such a thing. Man. Well, he's totally cool. He's over here. I'm having a snack now. Why are you in my poop room? He doesn't even care.
Zachary Walsh, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Every time I look up the T.Kell website, all I see is MKC knife advertising.
Yeah, isn't that weird? Okay.
We can't afford that kind of advertising.
Yeah, you know why?
We're spending thousands of dollars just to not.
You know why? Because our margins are low.
Here, you want to taste this?
Ooh, is that your lentils?
Yeah, I didn't get to like.
What's the actual name?
Dal Tarka, I think is how you say it.
You guys don't understand. C-Dub is like a freaking chef who does everything else in the world. Great mother, wonderful wife, best friend, runs the back end of the company, deals with my fatness, watches me squash cats. But in the kitchen, I mean, fierce. I love lentils. You guys don't understand. If you don't know what they are, be less American.
They're Indian.
Holy crap. I got bread over there. Can I just crunch on the thing? Y'all need to understand. A lentil is a type of legume, or like
Danielle,
a bean.
honestly, he's like that to me all the time. He's not just trying to butter me up.
Look, man, you get a good one. You got to be a good man and keep them. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Mom, those are not those are actually the Artie recipe.
Woo!
Mind Body Adam tuned in from Israel. Always happy to catch your show.
Thanks, brother. I'm out here eating lentils.
Casey, it's like Artie Sequoia Food Network. It's called Mom's Everyday Red Lentils.
I freaking love red lentils. Like, well, here's the thing. You guys know I'm fiercely patriotic, right? But I've traveled the world with my previous employer, the United States Marine Corps. And I was that weird dude that would just eat all the local foods, and everybody else was like, man, that's nasty. And I'm like, bro, eat it. And I'm like pouring sweat, or I just love culture.
Yeah, me and Tim bonded over hot sauce when we were dating. We would like be crying, eating hot food.
I can tell you the brand too. It was that red habanero hot sauce on that giant freaking chicken.
We'd use the whole
salad.
Bottle, and they'd come back like,
what brand is
all the
that?
hot
We
sauce?"
still buy it.
Yucatero, I think.
Yeah,
Something
man.
like that.
So good. And we used the whole bottle, and they're like, man, this gringo can eat some hot food. And we're just over there like sweating and laughing and just whatever. That's what that was us dating. It was also this
And we'll go to the hood to get some good food.
you dang straight.
We'll go to, I love going to Buford Highway to get some
Yeah,
food.
and look, I'm a little hood, just so you know. I transcend, like, I don't care where I'm at or what people look or sound or act like, because I'm like, hey, I've never met a
I think
stranger.
they call that trauma bonding.
That's right. Kill myself. Yeah, we met in prison in South America.
Oh, honey, you should tell the story about Mr. Philly.
Speaking of hood and great food, my God. So when I worked at the railroad, I was always taking these back roads to cut around the ridge cut in Chattanooga, they call it, because the traffic sucks. And that's the only way. Like 24 kind of weaves through the mountains, and if anybody gets a wreck, it just shuts everything down. So you can cut through and go around and go through, literally through the mountain. And I was cutting through one day, and I saw this pizza joint, and it's literally across from the government housing. So it's literally in the projects, which I've always wondered, like, why do they just stick certain people that look and sound the same far away in these weird corners? But whatever, I'm not in the government. So there was this pizza restaurant called Mr. Philly's. So I went in there one day and I grabbed this pizza and we loved it. I took it home. So you got to think, at this point in my life, I'm working on the railroad. I'm wearing overalls because nobody wore overalls. And I'm a weirdo that likes to do stuff that nobody else does. So, and I'm kind of big. I'm bigger at this point in my life. So we go in there a couple times, and I come out one day picking up food for the girls and me, and this dude is sitting out there cracked out of his mind. And he stands up like a noodle, and he's like, give me that pizza, white boy. Look, that does not work for me. I immediately launch into get the F away from me, and he's like totally shocked. He starts screaming, and I'm kind of, my little half-cocked smile, like I'm fitting to mess all of your being is going to get destroyed right here in this parking lot. So I yell back at the guy.
Inside the restaurant.
I'm walking out, and he's sitting in the chairs, and I'm just like, and so Mr. Philly was a big boy. Like, he was the size of all of Philly. You know what I'm saying? Not like jacked. He's a big dude. Like, he was tall as he was round.
No, but this guy thought you were just gonna be.
He thought I was just gonna be scared.
Give your pizza to him,
right? Like, I'm just gonna hand the pizza
like
over.
You're some bumpkin in overalls, like,
right?
Oh God,
and I'm like, dude, you don't understand where I've been and where I'm from. Like, this is so. I just don't get scared. Like, my dad always told me, a man puts his pants on the same way you do, one leg at a time. So it doesn't matter what he looks like or where he's from, he's still a human. So you don't be scared of anybody for any reason unless you think you're going to die. So I'm trained pretty well, and it just didn't scare me. So I'm like, I'm finna have an altercation with this for the thing. And Mr. Philly, with his sausage fingers, just reaches on top of the pizza oven and grabs his Glock and is like, hey, yo, what are you freaking doing? And he just goes nuts on this guy. It was the craziest scene ever. It was insane. It was insane. I came home with my pizza. I did eat a piece of pizza for comfort on the way home, because I should not have in my CSX truck lost my mind like that up inside of Mr. Philly's pizza restaurant.
And it's closed now.
It's closed. I suspect a heart attack. I don't know.
He probably got tired of all those
vagrants hanging outside of his restaurant. He lost his mind. Like, it was.
What did you say to him when he said, give me that pizza, white boy?
I cannot remember the exact phrase. We remembered for years. God, It was something like, I'm the wrong one, or get the something along those lines.
Sounds like a daily exchange in Memphis.
Expletive laden. We just don't care. Like me and CW, if the food is good, I'm going. And I don't care. I just don't. And I'm not going to walk around there like I run this, but I'm aware just like I'm aware anywhere. It's crazy. And look at these arms. These are the longest arms on a short human in the world. So I can reach like 10 feet and just grab people. I was watching a video of us moving the CNC machine into the shop because Jacob, our shop manager, he was videoing, and I'm standing there like slouching. I'm like, damn, look, my arms touch the ground. But anyway, yeah. Look, if something crazy is going to happen, it's going to happen to me. Back to lentils. I'm not sure how we got off on Mr.
Mr. Philly.
Mr. Philly.
All right, let's give away this Night Stalker.
I'd come in there after that, and he'd be like, that's a crazy white boy. That dude's insane.
Yeah, and you had to always work in the bad areas because everybody else was scared.
They wouldn't bid those
jobs. You would
befriend
everybody over there.
I don't care. Like, they would call me after I left, like, man, I don't know how you work this. I'm like, people don't act stupid towards you unless you act stupid towards them. So don't be less dumb.
Trust Monkey!
You won!
Trust Monkey, woohoo!
1 free pizza from Mr. Philly's without a side of racism.
Trust Monkey, if you already have a Night Stalker, we might have something else we could give you.
I remember by the end of that exchange, that dude was yelling at me, I'm sorry. Because I was finna rip him apart. I thought Miss Philly was gonna shoot his ass too. I thought he was gonna shoot him.
The funniest part is that the Glock is on top of the pizza.
I'm like, dude, it's so hot on top of a pizza oven. I guess that speaks to Glock's polymer, right? I'm using it now for my new grip, so I know it'll hold up.
But why didn't he have it on him? Why was it up on the pizza?
There ain't nowhere to fit that thing. You went with me.
Yeah, it was a tiny place.
It was a tiny place, and he was a big dude.
You said only took years to win. I know. I was thinking you'd never won before. That's awesome.
Right? Without Gallegos entering, anybody can win. Maybe they figured out his secret. But yeah, man, that was crazy. I got a lot of crazies.
I'm going to give away another blade, too, before we get off.
Yeah, we do that. How many people you got on here?
438.
438 people. Sorry, that's the photographer. I've been in some really strange situations in my life. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I just think people are people, and you should just treat everybody the same. And if they close on you and try to like hurt you or harm you or steal your pizza, then you treat somebody like they're not a terrible person. I never heard some shit like that in my life. I never had anybody ever say anything like that to me in my whole existence. And I'm like, okay, you're going to get more than pizza to eat. How about a knuckle sandwich? And the pizza was unscathed. I called CW from the park line. You will not believe what the hell just happened up in this place. I don't know if he mentioned it when we went in, the time I took her in there with me.
Yeah, he did. He always talked about it after that. You're a crazy white boy.
Crazy ass white boy. He's like, what? He said, man, what if you did hit him? If I hadn't pulled the gun on him, what would you have done? I'm like, hit somebody else? I don't know. I mean, save my pizza. We'll find out what happened to that guy. Because his business was doing good. I mean, the people be lined up out in the place, and then he was building a food truck, and I was an electrician, so he's always asking me, like, power requirements, and he wanted to put a full-size pizza oven in this truck. I'm like, bruh, that thing's too heavy. That's not going to work.
They probably ran him out of town.
I don't know. He was a good dude, man. He's a nice guy. I mean...
So did we show the Nautilus yet?
No. We're talking about food.
We're talking about pizza and...
lentils, and man, honey, those are so good. I've got that garlic on my tongue now. Not only is she hot, she can cook. I'm excited. Is that lunch?
Yeah.
Sorry, Josh. Are we over here?
Mm-hmm.
This is the Nautilus. So in Battle Worn, I dropped off. This is the first one off the machine. The original, I don't even have it on me, was handmade when I got tired of watching Jacob and Dustin hand filing grips because the water jet lost its mind and screwed the parts up.
Mom said people were asking how long we've been married. We've been married over 10 years, but we have been together off and on since 7th grade.
Yep. Isn't that sweet? I was stupid and wanted to go play war, and she couldn't take it. I was also stupid. Pretty much just stupid. So here's the Nautilus. Production version, deep engraved, nickel boron. This one's an AEBL. These are the handmade grips that I made. We're still doing the 3D geometry on turning my handmade versions into actual production models, so they will be more refined. But look at it. So what I did was I pushed the swedge of the Night Stalker forward. You see, let's line them up.
John Butcher said, look at that cutting board in the background.
Oh, I was going to say, man, do you have a logo? If you have a logo, send it to me. And now that I have a CO2 laser, I can put your logo in here if you're wanting to sell some. And that way, my logo and your logo will be in here. You know, like Boo's boards, Butcher boards. I mean, what a...
Congrats, Matthew.
So we could put it like, I'll CO2 laser it in there for you.
Yeah, so that's the stalker without the ring.
So, yeah. So, I see how this is dropped away. This is lowered. The ring has been cut off. Jimping has been added here. And then the same jimping across here.
Everybody in the shop is like most excited about that, and I can see why. I think it's going to be a really popular blade.
So we are turning the ones that we had not heat treated yet into these, and they're going to be so popular that we're just going to make them. The cool thing is they use the Night Stalker sheath. So we already got the sheath for them. It's the same, you know, no rattly, no, it's the Night Stalker sheath. So we don't have to do that. We just got to get the grips finished.
It's comfortable too.
It's very comfortable. I hand ground. I took out of here. I dropped this down. I've lowered this to where it would be. And I pushed this really far forward so that it makes that part of the knife.
Are we going to take any of those to Blade Show, Texas?
I won't have heat treat done, I don't think. I need to get with Cole, because Cole is the guy who's machining these. And Cole's like Jeremy's apprentice turned whatever. Now we got another machine in our shop. I want to use it for prototyping, and you know, like,
how thick is it from Rainier?
It's 125. So it's the same thickness as the standard Night Stalker, 0.125 thick. Eighth inch. But yeah. So with a new machine in the shop, I want to be able to run like those custom handle materials or do some one-off stuff in the shop.
Mil Spec Mike, we've done some with the Nighthawk blade. A couple people, maybe one or two people have it from Whatnot auctions.
Yeah, so if this is as popular as I think it's going to be, we're just going to have the Nautilus Hawk, maybe. I don't know.
I think we could have it, you know, to show off, and people can handle it at the show, maybe.
Yeah, I'll take that one so you guys can see it. That's a good idea. Our prototypes are always really popular at the shows, so I'll take this.
Nick Martino says, can we give away a TS-87? Do we have any?
I got a couple. We can give away a TS-87. We can do that. Nick, hope you win it since you asked.
Honey, you know who Ike-Momanian is that won something earlier?
No.
It's Krav Maglock.
Ah!
Says, I used to be Krav Maglock.
Oh, did you get in trouble on the webs?
Nick Lane, about to order a nightshade. Do in-stocks go out immediately? No, but they are.
We changed the name.
We're about to heat treat those.
It's not in stock because even though we had the thing at the top of the page, like in-stock knives, and it says in-stock means, and I had the whole description, people just were so excited they would scroll past it and order, and then they would overlook the giant yellow letters that take up the whole page that said it's 3 to 6 month wait. In stock, what are the verbiage? Jorgie and I changed it this week.
So if somebody ordered a nightshade today, what are we looking at? 2 months?
Yeah, probably.
Months?
Wait, are there any out for sale though? I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't know.
I think we probably have some Warncliffs in stock still.
So what did we change it to?
Doxical Charlatan gifted a TS-87 to my brother and immediately added it to his kit. Awesome.
So available knives is what it's called now. It's the same verbiage. At the top of that page, it reads, we custom make our knives in batches right here in the USA. When the batch is ready, we ship them out. These available knives are the unsold inventory that are part of these batches. You will still need to wait the standard 3 to 6 months for the batch to be completed before we can ship your knife. That's always been at the top of the page, but we changed it because people don't understand that in stock meant that there's a cut blank that's available for you to reserve out of this batch. If they're out of stock, they're not being made yet.
Do you have a TS-87 here?
Let me find one. Wait. It was on my kit. That part of my kit is at the shop.
So does this mean the Nighthawk and Night Stalkers will be coming in the new finish from Sean Litchell?
Yes.
But people that have current orders, some of those won't be because we have Night Stalkers already done in the shop.
Right. Night Stalkers. So CGs and Hawks. Yes. I'm going to talk.
If you have something that's like about to ship soon, it would not be the new finish. And so that would be Combatants, Night Stalkers,
Adversaries, Mercenaries, FMFs.
Those are all in-house, ready to go.
I'll see if we could work that out. I need to talk to my guy. Let me see if my TS-87's out here in the shop.
Let me set up the next. I think I'm going to give away an Adversary.
How dumb is it that all my TS-87s are either in the truck or on my kit?
TS-87, so let's do that.
Whoops. So, yeah, we can give away a TS-87. I just don't have one to show you. Hey, wait. Fish Ranch is on here.
Oh, yeah, we got some stuff.
What about Carrasco? Is Thomas on?
I haven't seen
What do you think? Fish Ranch sending me a crappy bag that the thing falls off of. What's the matter with you? Hey, y'all.
Justin Lebo, will you show new grips? Are you talking about the orange ones? So, I'm going to give away a TS-87, but since I know that's not something everybody would want, if you don't want that, you can choose an Adversary.
Oh, okay, cool. So, Fish Ranch sent me this. He also sent me a patch that I'm not going to show on the live because it has the same word that I used and bashed my leg into the stairs, and we have young viewers, but everybody in the shop loved it. Jacob immediately stole it and stuck it on the patch wall in the new shop.
Matt Cobb, first time on live with y'all. Hey, yo, Tim, send me that second engraving.
What's in?
Charge whenever it's convenient. Second engraving charge from Matt Cobb. I don't know what that is.
I recognize the name, though. So, look, let's see what this is. I didn't want to read his whole letter out loud.
He said, no, the ones with the grip tape.
What? I don't know.
Sean, you are family. $1.99 for making me feel like family. Thank you.
So this is a St. Michael, I assume? Yes, looks like.
Is that from Joseph Vincent?
I don't think so. Isn't this? No, this is not Fish Ranch. It says Fish Ranch. Yeah.
I thought you told me that was from Joseph.
St. Michael.
Okay.
Rosary for Mrs. Kell and family. Hope it protects family and business. Patch for Timbo. So this is for you, lady.
Is that from Fish Ranch?
Yes.
Okay.
Signed Fish
Jeremy texted a picture of the TS-87 if that helps. And everybody is entering, and I haven't even said the word yet. So let me give them the word.
So thank you.
Hashtag
we'll
TS-87.
take all of the protection that we can get. I thought this was a challenge coin. I'm dumb. Sorry. Wow. Man, lucky. You guys are lucky. I'm going to hang this in the new shop. It's an actual rosary, like the whole thing. What a thoughtful gift. Can we hang this, or are you going to keep it on you?
Yeah, you can hang them.
Well, I'll give you this little one. Thanks, brother. That means a lot. So, also sent a patch that said, I'm not going to say it. I took a picture of it.
Or something?
No, it's not nasty. All right, so here's a picture of the TSA so you guys know. Straight from the machine shop, who's making it? Jeremy. And we're having to make a bigger batch of these because we got a contract with Great Britain to make them for their air crews. So that's really neat.
Show an adversary, because if you do not want the TS-87 on this, you can choose an adversary, which is our Wharncliffe blade on the combatant grip.
See, it's not nasty.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying?
You could just say, I'm a lead farmer MFer. You don't have to say it.
I'll take a pic. Look, you got me over here?
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let me put you back.
There it is. I'm a lead farmer, mother trucker. Oops. You see it? It's pretty awesome. Anyway, I like it. And we put it on the patch wall. So all the stuff that's coming in now, including like the Tops knife that Zach Schmidt sent and this other one.
Forged AF. We were just talking about you. Congrats on your, they said your baby was
Yeah,
born.
congratulations, man. So Kylie sent this BMKT, that, and a bunch of the other stuff. We're building out a studio and a display area for all the stuff you guys sent us at the new location because we're full over here. So we got room for patches, more patches over here, but we're just going to start putting that stuff over there. So when we do the whatnots and we do Patreon stuff, we're going to highlight you guys over there too. And then we'll talk about them and then put them over there. So all of this stuff is going on the new display wall at the new shop. Thomas, so this is funny. Is Carrasco on? He didn't get out yet?
I don't know.
PBK. So he gave me an option of some stuff if I wanted to trade one.
This is primitive bear knives, I think.
I saw the picture of this one and liked it.
Yeah, we like this knife. It's nice.
And so they focus, it looks to me, more on aesthetics, where I focus a little more on ergonomics and grip. But the handle work, this looks like a Koizeno layered wood that I used to use, and some G10 and some other wood. But the handle work's absolutely beautiful. I love the brass screws. I can tell it's handmade. Like there's aspects of it that I can tell that this guy hand makes each blade.
Hey, Gareth.
So CPM Crewwear, which is a really, really good steel. Crewwear is nice. Nice edge on the knife. I like the rock texture on the back. The sheath. And I've noticed a
Nick
trend.
Martino said looks like it's flying shark material. And I know when I went around at Blade Show, a lot of people had flying shark material.
What is that?
I guess they make handle material.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know stuff.
How does it feel to be a new dad, Forged AF? Tell your wife we said
Sleepless.
congratulations also.
It probably feels pretty sleepless. And that's it for
Yeah, sleepless for sure.
the stuff that you guys sent in.
Brian says I have 3 PBK knives and they are good knives.
Yeah, it looks, the quality looks really nice. I'm not going to beat it up.
Like Hawaiian
beautiful.
looking sheaths. I had never seen those until
Yeah, it's a thing. People like those. I think you can pick. I don't know how long PBK's been around. You guys know?
Next time I pass through Jerusalem, I'll pick up some rosary beads and send it for the new shop from Mind Body Adam. Awesome. Thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know. We heard that actually a friend of ours, he does contractor work. His son deployed to Gaza. That's what he said. So I don't know. I knew that there were talks of that. That's pretty escalatory if that's actually what happened.
Were you going to show the adversary?
I'm not. I'm just going to talk about war because, you know, that's what I do.
Scott, that's the original DP1 that he hand ground. And we're going to try to do that lime green for a special run of those because it was my dad's favorite with the shiny Nickel Boron that we can do now.
Look, I don't know if it was Frank who asked about this or not, but I do. Here's the adversary. So that's the adversary versus the TS-87. This knife.
You're going to do another batch of backpacks from Davey Z.
Yeah, I mean, we do those through Patreon. So here's the Wharncliffe that we're doing with Frank EDC. So this is just the blank. We haven't ground it in. This is just a water jet version of the blade. So we just water jet it. But he's been working super hard to get the actual 3D versions of the grip that he made. I need to get those back from Matt. So this will be a high grind, and we're going to put the swedges on the back. It's going to be a great blade. Maybe later this year, maybe not. I don't know. We're really working hard to get that 3D grip texture because Frank just does super, super good work. Unique. I like his approach to stuff. And it looks like stuff I would make. So, of course, I'm going to be like, hey, let's collaborate. Anybody got any requests on stuff that they want to see?
People are liking the green handles on that blade.
Yeah, well, I found out that we have that material. I just never use it.
Gus said the Frank EDC one looks like it would be mean with a chisel grind. What's a chisel grind?
One side.
Oh.
So basically like the reverse Tontos, but just one side that's super steep. As a Wharncliffe, yeah. So this is the grind we're going to go with. It's going to be a high grind, so it's going to be super slicey. So
people want to see zip up hoodies also.
Yeah, I keep trying to follow up with Derek, our hoodie guy, and
Geronimo, we keep trying to call you back and missing you. I think it's like the time difference.
I think he just doesn't know how to use a phone.
He said, can he see the new, the hatchet prototype?
Oh, I don't have it in here. Wait, maybe I do. But it's changed so much.
Yeah, it's going to be completely different.
Yeah, I shouldn't. There's really no reason to show this. You know what I mean? I guess we could. The handle's staying the same. But I've changed the head already.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot different.
Yeah, it's going to be a collab between me and somebody else.
Do you have the Ops Hawks or Ops Strikers here? And can you show the green handle up close?
I have an Ops Hawk. We did get the first batch back from Nickel Boron of the Ops Hawks in AEBL, so we're going to start sharpening those this week. But we reworked the sheath, so don't act like that's going to come soon. What am I looking for? No Ops Striker here. They're at the shop, but I don't have them back yet from Heat Treat. Or Nickel Boron, excuse me. What'd you ask me?
I don't remember.
All right, well.
Whatever happened to the awesome kitchen knives you were prototyping from Front of Cosmic?
We just took votes on other stuff, took precedent.
The Ops Hawks that we got back, did we get them back from Nickel Boron?
Yeah, AEBL.
Okay, so they won't be battle worn, right?
Correct.
But the Ops Strikers could be battle worn.
Correct. And well, I'm going to see if we can battle wear somebody else's Nickel Boron. I don't know.
Oh, you found the TS-80?
Yeah, right in front of my stupid face.
And somebody was asking about when those warrior groups are going to come in.
They're in process. Like, we got the material.
People have been waiting forever on those.
Man.
Are they on order?
Yeah. Oh, the 87s?
Yeah. The TS-87 warrior groups.
We didn't get them?
No.
Oh, are you sure?
I know there's orders over there. I've been seeing them.
Well, we got the material done, so we're cutting them in their correct shapes.
Can you show the DP1 green handle and then like the new one with it? So that was the original hand ground DP1.
Right. Hand ground, hand shaped, hand filed, jimping, all that. And then here's with all my skills that I've gained over the last 5
I love
years.
the jimping on that.
Yeah, me too.
And whatever, is that a false? What do they call that thing?
Swedge.
On the back? The swedge. That looks good too.
I put my diamond shaped tip on it so that it would be stout.
Chad, I think it will be, because depending on where stuff is in production, it's going to get the battle worn.
Yep.
So only stuff that we've already finished is not going to get the battle worn.
Right, because we didn't do that part of the process.
Jacob, I believe it will already come with that because we're switching over for your Ops Striker.
Yep.
The DP1 drop date will be March 15th.
And we're releasing 200 exclusively at Blade Show on March the 7th.
If you want to come get one in person, we will have a handful at Blade Show.
Yep, we're going to have
Texas.
The goal is 100 of each, 80 CRV and 80 AEBL. That's the goal. Sheets are done, grips are done. We're waiting on the heat. We got to finish heat treat. Then we got to get them battle worn. And then we got to get shorter screws made. Because if you look, you guys know who Exotech is? Anybody on here know who that is? Let's see how they're proud, because it's a thinner grip and a thinner steel than we've ever used. I'm having my buddy Rob, not make shorter male screws.
Yeah, Mike, we're going to try to have an exclusive version with the green handle.
And the high shine. So it will still be nickel boron, but it will be this nickel boron. On 10, I guess. That's what I asked Matt to make in the lime green.
The electronics are the 007s going to be immediately shipped or wait to be finished. We're in process of those, so they will have a wait, but
yeah, and Tomas has given me some pushback on battle warning those. So we're gonna talk more in depth about it. Initially, he was like, we shouldn't.
Okay, so here's the cool thing. AC just said March 15th is my birthday. I'll definitely have to order the DP1. The coolest thing is that the show is on March 8th, and that's my dad's birthday.
How about how God worked that out?
Yeah, it's awesome.
We didn't know we were going, and part of my request was I wanted to release the DP1 there to get, Blade Show likes when you release blades at Blade Show because they're the Blade Show. So,
all right, if y'all didn't enter, I'm going to draw for this. You can choose the adversary if you do not want the TS-87.
But yeah, I just think that's incredible. His birthday is then. It just worked out. It's really cool. And I think I figured out how to laser his signature deep instead of just on the surface, which will be awesome.
6 tons. Congratulations. You won. I don't recognize your name.
Yeah. Got some new people winning this week, which is awesome.
At customerservice@tkelknives.com and we'll get you squared away.
What'd you win?
TS-87 if they want it, or an adversary.
Cool. I like both. I invented them, so I had some help with TS-87.
Yeah, and he'll be 70 years old, Mom just said.
Man, what an honor. Like, it's an even number. It's Blade. He's my hero. It's his birthday. It's the knife. I mean, that's really cool. I got to get Joe involved in getting the video done because we need to really... See, here's the problem. We got it's the second drop of the 007, so it's not like release of a new knife. So they shouldn't step on each other, right?
Right.
And then we had to push the Nautilus back because they were slowed down.
Trust Monkey, yes, that's perfect.
Despite me saying I'm not releasing any new knives this year, I'm releasing at least 3 already. DP1, Nautilus, the hatchet is on the schedule for later this year. Is that it?
Did we talk about everything
WharnEDC?
we were supposed to talk about today?
We talked about whatever. We talked about...
A couple of people are asking about the small screwdriver. The smaller version.
Yeah, they're really dragging their feet on that. Do I just need to do it by myself? You know what I mean?
Maybe.
I mean, he did warn me that it would be a super slow burn. So maybe I just touch base and be like, hey, I'm going to do this by myself. The market needs it, whatever. You know what I mean?
Edgar, we were just talking about the sappers. We did get the AEBL sappers in from Nickel Boron, so we'll start shipping those after we sharpen them.
Yesterday. See, still wrapped up. Got to get them out. I'm excited, man. Finally can get these out to people.
What about the folder, honey? How are we doing on that?
I hope I'm going to push them to bring me one at Blade Show, Texas.
Oh, and we did get some more of those. If you're a patron and you want one, I know that y'all wanted me to get some more of those.
So like new patrons that haven't gotten one yet?
Yeah, if you want a CW folder and you're a patron.
And we're just going to pick up with the numbering where we left off.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a new batch. So back by popular demand. We're not doing like any special fanfare yet. So yeah, we do have those. I know a couple people we got to get them out to before the real one. It's not fake, but
I didn't see that. Happy birthday to your son, Micah. I didn't see that. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Micah.
Micah's son.
Micah's son. Nameless son of Micah. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I had to say
God bless you.
Any news on the Founders Club?
I'm scared to do it. That's it.
Best uses for adversary versus combatant.
I think you should probably use the adversary to cut stuff. Best case scenario, cutting things. Seriously, worn clips are not as good for piercing. So a drop point blade, because of its geometry, makes the tip really stout. If you look at the way an adversary...
We'll take some to Blade Show.
What?
Some of the CW folders.
Yeah, let's do that. That's a good idea. We need like a patron ID card so we can be like, are you a patron? You can't buy it if you're not. So, all right, here's the same, both on the same handle platform. When you're grinding metal away from the bottom up,
they said do it, don't be scared, we want to help as well.
There's more metal. Okay. There's more metal towards the top, obviously, because you're cutting metal away from up to the edge. So you're going to have a thicker blade at the tip because you're not going all the way down. So a drop point is going to have a thicker, more piercing.
Nismo, yes, we are.
Oriented tip.
They may be sold out, but I think we still have some online.
If you look, when you grind lower on the steel, the tip gets much thinner. So this is going to be a much more robust piercing blade.
Yes, we're doing Patreon only. We're doing some new challenge coins. Yes, we are.
Yeah, if we can get freaking Lee to hurry up and stop dragging his feet.
Maybe if you answered his phone call, you could see what he wanted.
If I answered everybody's phone call that called me in a single day, no one would get knives. So I either take Lee's phone call and the 900 other people that call me, or I make knives. Call somebody else. I don't know. Email, text. Well, don't text because I don't really answer those either unless you're lucky. I have like 86,000 draft text messages, and I'm like, I sent Lee a freaking text message, and that idiot didn't text me back. And I look, oh, I never hit send. So, you know, email, we can track those sorts of things.
Well, we had like 440 people on, now it's 403. I'm gonna probably give something else away just to...
Yeah, for the people that hung on.
People that jumped off.
Yeah, 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 whoops.
Oh, okay, it shows a lot of stock online.
What does?
The screwdrivers. Don't we have some left? The
No.
Screwdriver? We sold out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Probably Hunter's picture because he took a picture of it and then we all of a sudden were selling.
I don't think I think it must for a while. I don't think they're on the available because we had to order steel like now because of the whole Great Britain thing.
Can we give away an Agent 002? We got a bunch of those or no?
I think we do, but I would like some verification.
Well, I would ask Dustin, but I don't know if he's still on. I haven't seen him.
He's always on. He's just been. Well, I mean, not always. He may not be, but typically he's just kind of hanging out, taking notes, and being under the radar.
Gideon V3.
Haven't started those yet. Like the next.
Well, maybe
batch.
he was asking if we could give it away.
I don't know if we have any.
Maybe a bloom.
You know, we should just move the studio. No, because then we won't be home. I was gonna say we should just move the studio to the shop.
We could just go check every question.
Yeah, just of course it'd be me running back and forth like, you know. Anyway,
combatant. We could do a combatant.
Yeah.
What bolt guns do you have, Tim?
Okay, so I've got this one in the back is a Seekins Havoc Hit Pro in 6.5 Creedmoor. So that's got the bull barrel, collapsing chassis stock. Sub MOA 1,000-yard gun. I've got another Seekins Creedmoor here. This is the Havoc Element. That's the carbon stock. And I've got a Mauser project that I've been working on for 1,000,000 years. It's got the Remington 700 style extractor.
For the people that hung on, hashtag Blim Mystery. I like the idea that somebody just gave. Cool.
There you go. Blim Mystery Knife. So that's it for bolt guns. I used to have a ton of bolt guns, and then
who would watch a shop cam all day long? It would be boring.
That's the thing. Also, we'd
be fired because of all the politically
chicanery.
Incorrect stuff that goes on.
All the stuff that CW edits out of the YouTube videos, and me not being on my best behavior.
Who would watch that?
I think there's a company that does that.
Scott Anderson said, "What's the status of the Nightshade Wharncliffe?" I know we talked about the reverse Tonto. What about the Wharncliffe?
We have the steel.
They're late.
They're late. Yep.
I'm so sorry.
I don't have a definitive date on those. That's this year. It's going to really be where we take away those excuses and try to really lean up our manufacturing. And we are.
Well, they're not excuses. They're the truth. It just, we don't want to have so many delays.
We're trying to bring stuff.
People said they would watch the shop cam.
Oh, yeah. It'd be fun. But there's sometimes things get a little rowdy. Well, not rowdy. I wouldn't say rowdy. Look, it's a production. Well, not really.
He says shop cam is a super bad idea.
There's a lot of we curse a lot. That's like my biggest chink in my armor of being a Christian. So I wouldn't want the Joeys collectively and some of your kids and grandkids to be like, "Oh man, we got one guy that's got."
I'll tell you, it doesn't bother me. Like,
it bothers some people. It doesn't. I mean, that's the language I speak. You know, I'm not vile. I'm not perverted. I treat people kindly. I have respect for people of all walks of life and all flavors of skin, and that's not an issue. Some people just get really bent out of shape about curse words. That would really be the only reason. And some people are really dumb. Like, some people say the dumbest things in emails. And you're like, reading comprehension is bad, and somebody will say something. And people get their feelings hurt. Right? I mean, that's it. Those are the reasons.
yeah.
There's no secrets otherwise, other than the fact that if you say something dumb in an email, we would probably just walk up to the camera and be like, "You dumb person, here's your name."
Jesus Christ says it's okay. I talked to my dad. He forgave you for cursing as long as you send me an Agent 003.
Thanks, Jesus Cristo. 003. Your way. Like old Peter.
Tim roasting everyone's emails. I'd watch it.
Oh yeah, it'd be that. Like, look, if you got a feeling, don't send a dumb email. That would be fun for me. Probably bad for the business though, right?
My mother-in-law swears all the time. LOL. Tim got all of us cussing. I never did before.
Nope. Everybody. Terrible influence. It's just the language you speak when you're around Marines and cops and military and railroad until you're 40. And then after that, you know, my dad was no saint. He was a good man, but he was fond of the curse words when he busted his knuckles or slammed them into a staircase like I did earlier. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I think, like, even the shirt, the "Be Less Dumb" thing offends some people. And I'm just like, you could just be less dumb. That would be fine. Like, why does it offend you? If you're being dumb, you're doing us all a favor to be less dumb. You won't crash into me. You won't cut yourself. You won't say dumb things. It just helps the whole entire world out. And people have feelings about that. We were talking about on our walk. I'm like, it's like this movement. We're like, I'm kind of edgy. And people get offended. Like, I was messing with this dude that made a comment on one of our videos, and it was dumb. And I just treat everybody the same. So I'm like, it would be helpful if you could be less dumb. You're dumb. That's incorrect. I can't believe someone that has a channel and is this and this and just getting all out of shape and calling people names. And then I just would send stuff like, but you're dumb. So, I mean, you have to know that you're dumb, because factually 1 + 1 is 2. And if you say it's 3, that makes you, let's all say it together, dumb. So you can't really be that offended if you're dumb and saying dumb things on a public platform. So it's fun for me. This dude got his whole entire ass hurt. Like, not just a little piece of it, like his whole, like, fanny hurt, like from middle of the back all the way to calves. Like, that whole thing hurt, all of it. And I'm laughing. I'm like,
Darth Jesus, I don't talk to new young people at work. They go straight to HR. I know, that's the thing.
That's why we don't have an HR. That's why we don't have a camera, because people they're like, they have feelings. And I'm like, you're being dumb though. I mean, there is a whole entire group, I'm not going to say generation, a generational group of people that are convinced of like the craziest stuff that makes no sense in society or for actual thinking or for facts. And they convince themselves of these feelings, and then they'll send an email and I'm like, you're insane. Like, this doesn't, 1 and 1 is 2. I feel that 1 and 1 is 3. Like, well, I'm sorry. F your feelings. You're dumb. That's not true. So I just don't know what else to tell you. That we got in this society, like, people lead with their feelings and facts and provenance and historical norms. And this is made of metal and it's a knife. It's not made from cheese. So I'm not sure why we're talking about cheese. What are we? Oh, you made,
all right, let's give away this mystery.
you made me feel. Maybe the shop cam is a good idea. We're just going to transform the United States first. We got Trump and all this. That guy's, he'll tell you you're dumb. That should have been his campaign thing. Be less dumb. World. I don't know. It'd be fun.
Blim mystery knife.
That's why it's funny that,
hung on.
Pete's sake, he knows me pretty well.
Tweet. I'm so sorry. I'm sure I'm saying your last name wrong. Congrats.
Congrats.
Send us an email and you can pick from our available blims.
CT, but not like the scan at all, because that would make him radioactive.
Customer service at TKellKnives.com. Any
parting shots? I know I'm fat, so that's not going to hurt my feelings. Anything else? I want you guys to have a great week. I want you to be less dumb, be more kind, treat everybody well. That would be nice, including my daughter and wife who head my customer service department, because if you're rude to them, I'm going to send you an email that you are rude to them. And there are customers out there that know this. They do. I mean, CW's like, I can't believe you. I'm like, whatever, they were rude.
CUNTN, how's the hand cleaner working? We love it. And I've been using the heck out of those wipes. Man, I carry them in my purse. The individual wipes, like, she laid claim to all Scott Anderson said, be less fat. Yes, that's the shirt. We'll do one of those airbrush shirts that makes me look ripped. You know what I mean? That'll work. Just thank y'all for hanging out with us. But yeah, Booth, I'll get back with you. I sent you a quick email. When I came back, there was a lot of packages, and I'm having the guys put those up. Such a tremendous blessing to us. Thank you very much. And I'll get back with you. I apologize. Semper Fidelis. Guys, have a great week. Keep your head down. Jesus Christ. White boy, give me a knife. Right. That didn't work for the last guy. I didn't know if you remember. Mr. Philly's going to Glock 48 you. Hey, guys. Have a great week. Bye. Bye. Oh, shoot. Honey, how sharp are you making your ops hawk edge? As sharp as all the rest of the edges? What's the angle? 20 degrees. Okay. Bye, y'all. Bye.